Hey friends, I hope you guys are doing well. Afi Elizabeth here and I'm back again with another video. Today's video I'm going to do a look. Yes, like every other look, I'm going to do a look. I'm going to be starting off, I'm starting off using the e.l.f. primer. This primer is actually pretty good. I actually like it. I wore this primer plenty of time and I kept it on for at least 12 hours and I just needed some touch up. Like it really did control my makeup to stay in place. We start off with the primer and then we do the CAREY, and these are the two foundations I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild, and I'm also going to blend that in with the Milani foundation. And when I tell you this Wet n Wild foundation was like a little bit on the orangey side, I've been watching people use it and I'm like, So lucky for me, I got it for half off instead of buying it for like listen, my Milani foundation is like my go-to foundation when like I'm in need of full coverage because it's like a 3-in-1 foundation. But the Wet n Wild foundation does come off a little bit red. I've been curious to try it out, and lucky for me, God, Dieu m'a fait de grâce. God blessed me that day, and I ran into it at Walmart for $2.50 instead of full price. So I was like, bet, let's give it a try. So it gave me like this red undertone, but when it comes to my foundation, I like to go like a bit darker than my actual skin tone. Like my friend likes to call me the fraud of dark skinned girls. But you know what? Skin looks like pearls. But yeah, I like to go a shade darker than my actual skin tone because once I contour, that effect, sis, we dark skin period, brown skin period, we black to black period. So with my concealer, I'm gonna be using my Tarte concealer in the color Deep Sand, and I'm just gonna apply that underneath the eyes, the nose, the chin. I believe I did the chin as well, and my forehead. I think I did the forehead as well. Yes, and I like this in general because one, my foundation is not like my exact skin tone, so that keeps my when I take photos, it keeps me from having flashbacks because it allows me to also have that, I don't know, it makes your skin look really rich. Something about just using just a tad bit light darker than your skin tone. Like, don't go overboard, but use it. For me, I like to use a foundation just a little bit dark on my skin tone because I have a mid skin tone. Like, it's like in between, so I can't use something that makes me red like this one right here, but it just look good. Okay, it just look good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply the Milani foundation as well, and this is just to like balance out the concealer that I used from Tarte because it was a little bit lighter and I wanted to balance that out to keep myself from having flashbacks because it ain't cute, sis. No, 2020, we need to do better, you feel me? So yeah, we're just gonna blend all that in, make sure that it's blending and it looks cute. So we're gonna go in with the Airspun transition powder. I recently started using this powder last year and I am so grateful that I got on this train because this powder is really nice. But one thing about this powder, I am going to say a little goes a long way. If you are heavy-handed, sis, do not use this powder. If this is your first time, sis, be careful how you use it. Start little and then work your way up because this powder does come off very, very, like, it makes you very ashy if you use too much of it. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using I recently started doing this too. I have bushy brows and sometimes my brows don't stay in place when it comes to like my hair. So I use the Got To Be Gel spray to keep my brows to stay in place. Some people actually apply like edge control or actual Got To Be Gel cream gel, but I find the spray, ever since I started using the spray, it's so good. It's so good. It doesn't make your hair stiff, but it keeps it from moving around. If you understand what I'm saying, if you go through that, you understand. And one thing I'm going to say about brows is if you find your brows looking terrible, if you think you didn't do a good job, wait until you conceal, sis. Like, sometimes I be editing my videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, why is my brows looking like this? And then when I concealed, I'm like, sis, you did it. Like, oh my gosh, you did a good job. Because concealers come through, man. Concealers come through. So with my transition powder, like I said, it comes up really ashy, so I have to like blend it with a powder. So with that, I use the MAC Studio Fix, and then I go ahead and I like to set my concealer just to take off that excess powder. Not concealer, the transition, just take off the excess powder because it helps from looking ashy. I do this step a lot, so that means I go through a lot of setting spray. So for my contour, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty. She comes in clutch, bro. Fenty Beauty contour stick comes in clutch. Like, I haven't found a contour stick that does the job like Fenty Beauty does. I've had this concealer for almost 2.5 years. Sadly, it's running out on me, but it's okay because it's worth my it's worth the money. It's worth the money. So I'm going to make sure I look skinty by using the concealer stick / contour stick. And we're going to, make ourselves look skinty. Because that's what we are. The face is round. But when we contour, the face is controlled. And looks cute. Okay? Round face girls. We go through struggles. So yeah, I'm just going to contour the nose as well. If you notice that I use different brushes for my contour. It's the same flat angle brush, but this one is targeted more towards my nose, and it makes my nose a lot easier to contour. And both brushes are from e.l.f., just to let you know. So onto the eyes, I'm going to be using the Alan Trace palette. It's like, it has natural colors in it, and it's like very neutral. This palette, I got it from TJ Maxx just out of curiosity. I wanted to try it out. And one mistake I did was I used a shimmery color on my lids as my transition color, and that wasn't the look I was going for. I was going for more of a natural bronze type of look. And then I used this on my eyes, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's shimmery. Why is it shimmery? Why is it shimmery? Jesus. So we had to play around with it, and I used that color that I just showed you guys, kind of like a maroon / brownish color. It comes off a little bit on the maroonish color, and I blend it on my lids just to, I don't know, something about we're gonna make it work came in handy. So off to the next palette, I used a brown from ColourPop Dream Street palette. I've been looking for a palette that has brown. So if you know a palette that has really nice brown colors, that's my struggle right now. I can't find a palette that has brown. Like, for some reason, I'm looking for brown. If you know a palette, let me know. So we're just gonna try to fix all that by using the Makeup Shayla / ColourPop. I need a burp. / ColourPop palette, and we're going to be using the Perception palette. I used the color Culture on the lid, and don't worry, my camera is gonna come back to life, but we use that on the lids. And when I started doing this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually looking pretty darn good. We doing it, sis. Okay, we doing it. Snap with me. It was looking pretty good. Like, I was kind of worried at first, but we're getting it together. So for the eyes, underneath the eyes, I'm going to be using my concealer pencil by NYX. I love this concealer pencil. It does a wonderful job. It really does wake my eyes up, and it makes my eyes look really nice on days that I'm very tired. I don't use this all the time, but when I do, sis be looking like a wife. Marciquitoco. So onto the eyeliner. I have double skin for when it comes to my eyeliner, so this eyeliner is one of my go-to drugstore eyeliner. It's called the Essence eyeliner, and I got it for $1.99 at Walgreens. I am going to say that it does come out very watery, so you have to pay attention to how much of it you apply and how, easy you are when it comes to applying it. If you have double skin, I would highly recommend you to apply a little of it, because when you open your lids, you don't want your skin to smudge on the eyeliner. It's happened to me plenty of time. Sis, I got you. So after we did the eyes, we're going to be putting blush. I used my e.l.f. blush, and I like to start at the top of my cheekbone. Wait, that is my cheekbone. I like to start on the top, the top of my cheek, and work my way down. Basically what I'm saying is I like to apply the blush on my cheekbone. I think that's the term that I'm looking for. Anyway, the lips, we're going to be using the eyeliner by Nika New York. And like I said, I'm looking for a perfect brown. This was closer to the perfect brown. I was using a brown by NYX, but I can't find it anymore. I don't know where that color is. I don't remember the name of it, so we've been like just checking it out. Just searching. So with the eyes, I'm going to be using the lashes by Cherry Bloom. And this is the Cherry Bloom lashes that I got at the beauty supply store for $1.99. These lashes are amazing. So amazing. The lips, I apply my NYX New York London. Well, the NYX New York in the color London. It's a really nice nude. I really like it. And I just applied my eyeliner just to give it that nice brown look. So we went ahead and we set the face with Makeup Revolution, and then I went in and highlighted my nose. If you guys see a running nose going on situationship right there, I don't know, my nose tends to run when I'm doing makeup. I don't know what it is, but we got it together, we clear it out, and the look came out like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you were blessed with my look. I did a tutorial on this hair. This was like an old wig of mine, but yeah, I'll leave the link if I do upload this first. If not, wait for it. Bye guys.